Now, call me old-fashioned if you like. I really don't care, but I love books on antiques. Yes, things that you can hold, glance through, read about, study, and even smell. It makes such a difference. It really helps when you study antiques. And the internet is one thing, and it's a vital resource. But real books like this by Charles Wallrock and his wife, Rusty, are rare these days. But have you ever wondered how these books are actually compiled and put together, the thought process, what goes on behind the scenes? Well, here is a really rare, unique access to the authors and their system of putting the fascinating antique books, but also great historical tales books together. Here is Charlie Wallrock. Right, Charlie, I actually don't know where to begin with you. Because you're going to show me your latest book, and we'll come to that in a minute, and how you're putting that together. But talk to me about the other books you've written, featuring pieces that you've had for sale yourself, and why you're a very well-known international antiques dealer. Why did you start thinking about writing books, and basically history books?
David, first thing we got to get right. I didn't write these books, my wife did. We don't want to be in trouble here.
Listen, you take the credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
She gets the credit.
She gets the credit.
What happened, it must be pre-lockdown, was very lucky to buy Lord Nelson's silver dinner service, or some of it, 6 plates. I apologise, 8. I mean, what a great thing to have. And we had quite a lot of very good nautical pieces. And Rusty turned around and said, why don't we do a book for Masterpiece?
Right.
So we did.
Masterpiece, actually meaning?
Masterpiece Antiques Fair.
Yes.
The one that was in London.
Right.
Which is the best of the best.
Yeah.
And so we did. We put the first book together called Britain on the High Seas.
Let's have a look at that.
Sorry, it's working copy. Nelson to Churchill.
Sorry. And when did you produce that?
This was produced 2016, 17.
Yeah.
And so we just spent a lot of time trying to put these beautiful things together. But it's not just about the items, it's about the history and how they were made and how they link with Britain on the ocean, and what that then meant for the rest of the world as the world opened up after the Napoleonic Wars. And we had a lot of wealth built and a lot of peace for a long time.
Yeah.
So
all of these items.
Here's Nelson's plates. I mean, one evening, I have to tell you a great story.
Go on.
One evening, we had some friends round for dinner. We'd had a few drinks. Actually, we'd had a lot, too much to drink. And I got these out of the safe, and we had made up some eaten mess, and I didn't tell them. And we had our pudding with plastic knives and forks over this. It was a great party.
So
piece
hang on,
for a
let me
long
have a look
time.
at those. You actually ate from Nelson's
I did.
plates.
Yeah.
Oh, that is madness. And you used plastic, I'm assuming, so you didn't
course.
scratch them?
Yeah.
That is absolutely madness.
There's his coat of arms.
And have they now gone?
All gone.
All gone?
All gone.
Are you allowed to reveal what sort of value they were?
I don't think that'd be very fair, but they were quite a lot of money. I mean, if you want to find out what they're worth, you can go on any website and just put in Nelson's plate, and the odd one comes up for sale, and it's not very difficult to find out what one's worth.
Roughly, what would one might be worth?
Well, they usually make about, I think the last one in Bond was made 28,000 for one.
Just for one?
Just for one.
And you had how many?
6.
What a dinner party.
Yeah. 8 actually.
8? Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, I can't help it, I'm dyslexic. I get my numbers mixed
No,
up.
what it is, you just
Always
had...
check your invoice.
You had too much to drink that night.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so that was the first book, and is that Nelson?
That is, yeah, that's a plaster bust
Let's
by
have a look at
him.
Isn't he lovely?
And Seema Dama. Very rare bust. Still got that.
16,000 quid?
Yep.
Okay.
But there isn't another one that we know of.
And that was made in Lifetime?
Yes, or just after.
Right, so just after 1805.
Yeah.
How fascinating. So that's the first book. Now this is a selling catalogue.
Yes, it is.
It is a selling catalogue, but it's also a history book.
Yeah, totally. It's there's a huge amount of work goes into this, and it's not just the selling. If you've got something really beautiful and you enjoy it, what nicer to have a hardback book and say it's good enough to go in someone's book. And we put a lot of hard work into this. It's 6 months' work.
But you're doing it because you love it. I get this sense. Because you can top end things like this, you know better than anybody because you've been dealing in them for such a long time, kind of sell themselves. You have clients, you can sell them. You don't need to produce a book.
No, but I mean, you've got to do something. And if you like what you do and you enjoy the history side of it and trying to find out more about it, it adds a huge bonus to us personally.
It's a great thrill,
as well as making it more attractive for the person that might buy it.
So it's a passion project.
Totally.
Okay, and talking about passion projects, you're going to have to talk me through this because this latest book, Work in Progress here on this very long, very lovely dining table, is only a passion project because it would be much easier to put this together, Charlie, on a great big computer. Tell me what's going on here.
Well, Rusty did her training at Sotheby's as a cataloguer, so she likes the world of paper, even though we use the computer a lot, but she likes the old-fashioned paste up. So we'll come in the evening when we've got and put all this together, and we can move one piece of paper for date or a particular influence into where we want it before we send it off to press, and we then think, oh, I got that wrong, I've got this wrong, or wouldn't this be better here or there? So this is old-fashioned, but do you know what? It works, and it's easy, and it's cheap.
And you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
So
and we're not using a printer all day long.
No, exactly. It's actually environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
So we're looking at page 1 here. And so if you felt, that's page 2, page 3. If you felt like putting page 5 to page 2, you just move it around.
Yeah.
Every night you have a look at it. You work through it. When you're very happy, you put it all together on the computer and send it off to the printer.
Yep, goes to the proofreaders.
Fantastic.
But I mean, it's so simple. Everyone makes it so difficult, but it's just time and hours and keeping it simple and effective.
Time and hours. I don't know how you have so many hours in the day to do the things that you do.
It's easy when you enjoy it.